Hello. So I don't normally do stuff like this, but I've kind of been wrestling with some tough questions lately. And I was thinking, should I do a video? Should I not do a video? And then I was talking with a friend recently who's kind of in a similar spot. And I was like, okay, I'll do a video. Just in case there's somebody else out there that might need some encouragement. Maybe you're in a similar spot or whatever. But anyway, I guess it started when I was taking this class on pain and suffering, and it was all about asking these hard questions like, if God's all good and if he's all powerful and if he's all loving, then how is there so much evil and pain and suffering in the world? And it's true, like in my own life, I've had some major disappointments, some real bad heartache, and I look at other people's stories around me, like some really good people that like love God with everything, and then they lose a loved one, or people come back from war with PTSD. Like there's so much like horrible stuff out there, and yeah, sometimes like I've definitely questioned, well, God, like you said you're gonna protect us, or can I really trust you with my whole heart, because I'm afraid of being disappointed again and stuff like that. And so anyway, I was talking with my dad about it recently, and he gave me this good analogy. And, it's kind of simple, but I needed to hear it. And he just said that this life is like a little appetizer compared to the big feast we're going to get in eternity. Like if you've accepted God into your life, then you're going to heaven, and we're going to spend forever in perfection. There's going to be no more pain, no more tears, no suffering, no worrying, no longing, no heartache. None of that stuff is going to be there. It's going to be just complete joy. And we can't base our whole perception of God just on this little life here on earth, because it's so short compared to like the big picture. And so I know I love comfort, and especially in America, we are so blessed here. And we're blessed. And so it can be easy for me to want things right away, or to think that I'm entitled to like a nice house or whatever. And anyway, all that to say, none of that stuff's bad. And if you're going through a really hard time, like I promise you, God is with you. He wants you to run to him. He wants to comfort you. But what helps me when I'm in this kind of like waiting on God kind of season, I'm like, God, I want you to come through with a new job for me. I want to fall in love and start a family someday. And, just these things that are kind of out of my control to an extent. And I've had days where I get so discouraged, and like I start to think like, God, maybe you don't hear me. Like maybe I can't trust you. Maybe I shouldn't keep my hopes up. But what's been helping me and giving me a lot of strength is just taking myself out of my life for a moment and remembering this big picture. Ultimately, God put us on this earth for a mission, and that's to have a relationship with him, and that's to love lost souls back home to him. And it's so much bigger than just like, oh, I want to be used in ministry in these ways, or like, God, I want to be on stage. Why aren't you using me? Whatever, like stuff that I've gotten so hung up on before. And I just think in the Bible, like Paul, for example, he was in prison, and he said in every circumstance, whether he had nothing, whether he had a lot, like he knew how to be content. And I really think it's because he was so clear on what his mission was. He wasn't like, oh, why aren't you using me to speak over here, God? Like, I don't want to be in this country. He was just so focused on his mission. And when we become Christians, we completely give our lives to God, and that is a huge commitment, because we're saying, okay, we're letting go of comfort. God, it's not about what I want. It's not about what society says my life should look like. It's all about what you want of my life, how you want to use me, and all that stuff. And God is so good that in the process of that, like what he wants is to love us, and he loves to bless us. And so we can expect good things from him. But anyway, I just wanted to encourage you, like if you're feeling stuck or depressed or hopeless or broken or whatever, like it's okay to feel that stuff. The Bible says that even Jesus wept, so it's healthy to process emotions and to feel what we're going through. But in those moments, know that God is with you 100%. He is 100% good, 100% powerful, totally loves you more than you could even imagine. And also remember that there's a much bigger picture. And no matter what our lives look like at the end of this life, we have so much to look forward to in heaven, and that's where the real feast comes. So yeah, just wanted to encourage you with that. Maybe this spoke to somebody, but yeah, okay, love you guys. I'll be praying for you, and see you next time.